talked about seminars the whole call.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions about that or anything like that, or if anybody has anything to add about seminars and some ways to help Lynette get that started and rolling, then please do pitch in. But I mean, you know, my biggest take, Stark runs most of the seminars for our office. Do you have anything to help her maybe get started as far as, you know, being her first one?
Rehearse your presentation several times so that you seem extremely fluent. Make sure that you work on transitions. That's probably the most overlooked piece of detail that most people who present publicly in speaking or from some type of platform, they forget about transition. So like when you're going from topic to topic, or if you're informal in the presentation and someone asks a question, be able to, you know, smoothly transition back into the presentation without creating an awkward dead space. It just makes it more, it's not necessary to do that, but if you want to look more professional and clean, it really makes a big deal as far as professionalism is concerned.
Helps you make it, because ultimately if it's your first one or first, you know, two, you want to, it's in your it's like it's just a thing where you're kind of nervous and you've never done it before, but if you can kind of get out of your head and just focus and make everybody, because here's the thing, the people that you're going to be presenting to, they don't know anything about Medicare, so you're going to seem like the authority and the professional immediately anyways.
Hey, one other thing, Lynette, before I forget, is with seminars or any public speaking for that matter, for anybody who does that, whether you're presenting to a client or not, remember that you need to have one major objective in mind. Although it's an educational seminar, I'm assuming your objective is to get them to sit down with you in your office. So remember, your objective piece is to do that. So you can't sell them in there, but every conversation is a sales meeting. So remember, you have one major objective. Focus on that. Don't worry about the other stuff and just accomplish your objective.
Yeah. Awesome.
And quickly before we move on to somebody else, what is your plan for permission to contact, for getting the permission to contact?
We were just basically going to have them, you know, kind of like check in if they'd like to, or leave their information with us at the end so we can reach back out to them. Also give them, you know, the location here in Boca Raton so they can come by the office, which is really nice. But other than that, we really didn't have too much planned on that end yet.
So our recommendation for that is, and this is like what Grant Cardone's been really good for us is nobody else is, you know, more qualified to take care of those people that are sitting in that room than you guys. Nobody. You know, I'm sure there's some other great agents in Boca Raton. I know there is, but at that seminar, why would they do business with anyone else? So I would recommend, what we do is we have Aetna sponsor ours. So our permission to contact, our pitch is literally this simple. We say, hey guys, we appreciate y'all coming out, but what we need you to do so that Aetna, since they sponsored the event, as I mentioned earlier, we need y'all to fill that contact form out so that they don't think we fed our friends and family. So you have everybody fill that contact form out, because a lot of times it's like psychological. Maybe I don't know. People just think that they're not supposed to have somebody contact them. Like they want all the control, but at the end of the day, you're the authority on the subject. They need somebody to help them, regardless of whether they use you or not. You're going to be, regardless of whether they use you or not, they're going to pay the same thing.
Right.
So they need somebody to guide them. It needs to be you. I would say, don't give them the option to not sign the sheet. I don't think it just doesn't, you've educated them. You've become the authority. You've fed them a meal. I mean, they need to fill out the damn form. I mean, so have them fill out the form. And even if you don't have anybody sponsoring it, if you have like, I know I had somebody, John Zahakas, I helped him do one in Charleston a couple Tuesdays ago. And, he didn't have anybody sponsoring the event. He paid for everything. But what I told him to say before is that Innovative Financial Group wants him to prove that he fed beneficiaries instead of his friends and family. They all filled out the form. So just say, like, even if you don't have somebody sponsoring the event, just say, you know, you can literally just say your LLC name or just say, you know, Medicare carriers. Like, I don't know. Just make sure they fill that form out. Because if they don't, you're going to lose them. And then, you know, somebody like they're going to call JJ Walker, Joe Namath number, and somebody's going to put them on something. They're not going to explain how to protect their out-of-pocket expenses. And it's a win-win for you and them.
I'll tell you what I say whenever we do it. All of us who present say the same thing. We say, and we've done it before and we've done it after. And it's actually probably, in my opinion, Stephen would probably argue with me, but I think it's easier to do it before because they're waiting for the meal. You could try it either way, just experiment, see what you prefer. But whenever I say it, I need everybody to look inside of their folder. We have some folders we use. There is a form in there, or either we pass them out. And however you do it, just tell them to get the form out and you hold one up so they can see, just like a nice classroom, and say, I need you to fill this out to the best of your ability, every single line with as much information as possible. The more information you give me, the better I can help you today. And
simple.
If you do it before, you can even look through them real briefly and see what some of the hot topics they may circle or write down. And that may give you some leverage in your presentation to emphasize some things that are, a present situation for people.
Absolutely. Yeah. I also spoke with Galen this week, and she even brought up that during those seminars, you'll have a lot of people that come in, well before they're turning 65. So it's always good to kind of add in, the particulars of what those ancillaries look like that can go along with it, because even if you're not signing up right then and there for Medicare, we can kind of string them in by selling them a cancer or, some other type of product. And then therefore they'll do business with us even more likely once they do turn 65.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So anybody got any questions on seminars before we move on? Anybody want to jump in? Feel free. If not, Lynette, let us know if you need anything else in that regard. I want to call.
It's time to grow your agency like a guru. Introducing Go Guru Pro. The Go High Level platform allows for minimizing software-based subscriptions and grants control over several facets of marketing and communication. Automate your workflow, communicate with your leads, book appointments in advance, and house all your clients in one secure location. Visit goguru.pro and schedule your one-on-one demo today.